Sorry, I was trying to pull up the IMDb.
Yeah.
Because I don't know their names. And it says Agatha All Along nudity was first.
Yeah.
Was Kathryn Hahn's idea and a point of pride for us.
Her ass looks great.
Technically not the first. Hemsworth.
That was her whole ass.
It was his whole ass. He was naked.
It was like most of his ass.
It was his whole ass. Zeus took his clothes off.
Oh, then. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking about the first Thor when he's pulling up his pants.
That is the peak of.
Yeah.
It was much welcomed. We need some more gentle nudity in.
Butts, a little side boob.
Mm.
Follow me, my friend, to glory at the end.
Down the road. It was good.
Okay, it's gonna be stuck in my head for days.
I was like, okay.
And the harmony was great.
Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
This is I'm watching Agatha All Along, episodes 1 and 2.
Seekest thou the road and circle sun with fate, unlock thy hidden gate. So I think that's all going to be titles of the, or like all the titles are going to be the lyrics from the song.
I said that because it is very clearly a continuation of Wandavision.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like that?
No,
I'm actually kind of thrilled.
No. Yes, I like it, but it also is like sort of. Wanda's not gonna factor into this at all.
I think she might. I think we might. I'm like not gonna hang anything on it.
Put the clown makeup on his.
No,
head.
I'm not gonna be sad if it doesn't happen. Like I'm not putting anything on it, but I think she might. Solely because I heard, or there was like whisper of like Scarlet Witch to get her own movie, and it's like, why would they be saying that now? No one. She's not dead. I can't believe anyone thinks she's dead or is acting like she's dead. The only way she wouldn't come back was if Elizabeth left. Yeah. And it's like, I feel like they might have, like, I could see her being annoyed, but we're going to get her back.
Probably.
No, I have learned the hard way to expect things from these shows, so I'm not expecting anything. And having watched the first 2 episodes, I'm pleasantly.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess, like, the 2 episodes at once is good, because I do feel like if we had just cut out at
the first would have been weird.
I would have been like, oh, it's not quite enough, but I love the fact that it was, like, moving along kind of a clip. We found all the other witches. They are on the road all together. And by the end of episode 2, I love that. We are cooking with gas for a 9-episode season.
I'm curious if we're done with the different television show conceit.
Yeah.
I think that the Mayor of Easttown choice was brilliant.
Yeah.
I think that first episode was hilarious.
Yeah.
I feel like there are going to be so many people that are going to take it straight, like at face value, and be like, "This writing's terrible," and it
so funny.
It was so funny. I am thrilled that the cast of WandaVision is back. I'm a little sad Emma Caulfield is not one of the witches. I really feel like she should be.
I agree.
But we did both squeal when we saw she's back.
Well, because you had even just today
literally
been like, I don't think she's in it. And I was like, well, she's sick. She has MS, which is like a relatively new diagnosis. So like maybe she like can't. But then she was there as a librarian. I loved it too. I love her so much. And actually,
she looks good.
I was going to say, so I looked up Jack Schaefer earlier, who is the creator of WandaVision and this, and she made that movie Timer that Emma Caulfield is in from like years and years, like 2007, like years and years and years ago. And so I think that's why she's in this at all.
The only one I know is The Darkness Falls or whatever.
No, well, but it's like...
that one about the Tooth Fairy? I watched that one.
No, but like, yeah, so I like Jack Schaefer did this one. That's fun. Emma Caulfield, 2009, so yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. Like I said, I liked the Mayor of Easttown stuff.
So, again, and it was like, it was such a well done, like not even spoof. It was like
satire.
It was like a pretty direct, like
1-to-1.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was really, really good. Well, Kathryn Hahn is so amazing that it just suits.
And she's doing layers.
Yes,
she's doing layers in this.
Some
literally and metaphorically.
Yeah, some of her delivery choices are so good. And I made a comment while we were watching it that I was like, I remember her. The first thing I ever saw her in was How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and she is like just the friend of, like, she is Kate Hudson's friend in that movie. But she does have this one scene or a couple scenes where she's pretending to be their couples therapist so that she can help Kate Hudson, like, get him to break up with her. And she is so fucking funny in those scenes. And I was like, just like, imagine that that's where you're starting out. That's the biggest thing you've ever been in at the time. And now you are here. Incredible.
So shockingly, the first thing, it can't have been the first thing I saw her in. I know it's not. But the first thing I ever took note of her in was Parks and Rec.
Sure.
And I was like, who is this actress?
Yeah.
I was like, she dominated every scene she was in
Every
as
single
Jennifer
one.
Barclay.
Yeah.
I cannot believe she did not get an Emmy for that role.
Yeah.
It was amazing. But I always, because she's an Anchorman, and I guess a lot of her material got cut. But there's one scene where the ladies go out to lunch and she has she has a line reading of the phrase "so awful." And every time I watch Anchorman, I was like, who is this day player putting all of that mustard on this scene?
No, she's amazing.
And then,
she's literally amazing.
After the fact, I realized. But it's interesting. So we pick up with her in episode 1. She's still in the spell that Wanda put her under, where she still thinks she's in a TV show. It apparently was only affecting her, though.
And by the end,
rest of Westview was aware, and just dealing with her. That's hilarious and also hellish. I like the very light hand, and I mean it's Disney and it's Marvel. I was very curious to see if Marvel was going to lean into horror. And we got some of it in Multiverse of Madness, and I liked what we got. I want to see Sam Raimi's version of that movie, because the version that we got was not it.
Yeah.
Because there's
he would never have used that much green screen.
Maybe, well, I don't know. The Multiverse of Madness, and it's so funny because I really honestly haven't revisited it. I think I only saw it in theaters, and that's not like me.
It wasn't very good.
Well, but except for when it was. The stuff that was good was.
Yeah, but it's the thing that makes me the angriest is the Wanda character assassination. So it's I have a hard time watching it because we did so much work in WandaVision, and then Wanda in Multiverse of Madness is a totally different thing.
But again, she was her stuff was my favorite parts of the movie. And I really liked that it had that sort of dark 80s fantasy, because I remember it was on Keep It. It was Ira Madison and Louis Virtel were talking about it with Julio Torres. And Louis Virtel was like, I can't be bothered with the Marvel stuff. And Julio was like, no. He's like, you would like it. And he literally said, it's very, bring me the girl.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is exactly what it is.
It's very that.
And so, I'm curious to see if any of that will come over to this. Like I said, this is handling its darkness with a very light hand, which I think is working.
Although those Salem witches were spooky as fuck.
They were. Yeah. It worked on me.
The way it went down the stairs.
And I liked the lace across her face.
Really cool.
And
really cool.
You called them Salem witches. Do you
know
something?
That's how their credit is, the Salem Seven.
Okay.
One of them, in passing, mentioned the Salem. I think Patti LuPone mentioned the Salem Seven too.
I was literally about to be like, I don't like that because now I know what they are. I think they're
it's on IMDb.
No, I understand.
I did not do a spoiler.
Because I think that makes me believe they're the witches that were burning Agatha in season 1 of WandaVision.
Oh, could be.
And she took their power. I like that notion. I didn't know that you had to hit her with magic for her to take your magic.
No, me neither.
I think that's a very interesting caveat, and I like that.
It's kind of X-Men adjacent too. It's
very rogue.
It's mutant adjacent, which is nice.
Yeah.
Also, I was gonna say, because the Salem 7 is not a spoiler because it's in the credits.
Yeah,
like I said.
I know another spoiler. I'm not gonna say it.
I'm not gonna say it either because Will's editing these and he has no clue. But Joe Locke is credited as teen, and that's just what she's calling him.
Well, let me put it this way. I know something about him. Okay. There might be multiple things. Oh, okay. I'm not sure. I really like how they're doing it. I like that it's part of the spell, I suppose.
He every time he says his name or where he's from or anything information about himself, it whites out.
Well, and I kind of like
the stitches, or the script almost.
Because again, it was not unlike the Dead Vision in WandaVision. Yeah, I like the scary without actually being. But it is effective.
It's spooky.
Yeah.
It's not scary. It's spooky. Yeah.
And
which I think is great.
It goes kind of along the lines with, I forget, it was Final Destination 3. If you want to watch us watch the Final Destination movies, head on over to our Patreon, patreon.com/soimwatching-the-show, and join the $3 watcher tier. They're over there.
They'll be coming up all through October.
But we were talking about roller coasters and how our favorite roller coaster is
Thunder Mountain.
Thunder Mountain Railroad. It's the best. So
good.
Not everything has to be the most extreme version of itself in order to be great.
I don't have to feel G-forces to have a good time on a ride.
And so, no, I am pleased with what we got from this. And I am pleased with the, because my biggest complaint about the MCU to this point is how sexless it's been.
Yeah.
And I already feel this has already surpassed the entirety of the Infinity Saga.
There's a whole middle-aged woman's butt in this, and
her and Aubrey Plaza's
gay
dynamic,
so gay. Her ass looks amazing. I'm not joking. I hope to God my ass looks like that when I'm her age.
And again, Joe Locke, it seemed, is pretty clearly gay, and he even had his phone said boyfriend,
Boyf. I love
cute.
him so much.
I haven't watched.
You should.
Heartstoppers.
Season 3 is soon. Probably
so
like
this
December.
Other than looking at him, this is the first I've seen him in, and he's cute. He's funny.
He's so cute. And I said too while we were watching it, this is such a nice departure because he's very sassy gay kid in this, and while he is gay on Heartstopper, he is very shy and not very outspoken on Heartstopper. And so it's just fun to be able to see him do something different. It's like he's very sweet and shy, and they have like a very cute 16-year-old relationship.
I've watched
it's
Trixie
darling.
and Katya watch it.
It's darling.
That's the one where Trixie was like, "I'm gonna flip this fucking table."
Because she liked it, or because she was annoyed?
Because of how chaste it was.
It's very chaste. Well, so it's like
we need that. We need that type of representation. But also, I think I share in their sentiment.
Sure.
Of
it's so cute, and okay. Just really quick, I'll say it's like Joe Locke's character is out, but like not totally by his own choice. He was like a little bit outed, and then Kit Connor's character is like discovering that he's bisexual in season 1. So it's like a whole. That's why it's so chaste.
But,
don't worry, he gets a hickey in season 2.
Oh boy. Oh my.
On the class trip to Paris.
Sweeps week. So yeah, so she was in a Mare of Easttown spoof parody satire show within a show. Aubrey Plaza shows up, and Aubrey is,
her name is Rio
Vidal.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a name. Rio pulls her out of it. No, the Joe Locke teen does. He started speaking in Latin, and that's what pulled her out.
But it was like she was getting there with Rio's stuff, because she was like, what's the name of the girl on the table? And like, okay, well now what's your name? You can figure it out. And so she was kind of pushing, and then, Joe Locke finished it.
And it seems that they are enemies to lovers to enemies to hopefully lovers again.
It sounds
they have a history.
Sounds like a really excellent use of immortal lifespans. There should be more of that.
And then they had this really, really awesome showdown in Agatha's amazing house. I liked the chair too.
Chair. Well, so it looks like it's like velvet, like the pattern on it is velvet, and then the lamp was really cool, like you said, and the wallpaper was amazing. It's a little too much wood paneling in the house for me, but like all of the decorations and stuff were so great. I love it.
The rabbit was in WandaVision, wasn't it?
I think she had a rabbit.
Yeah, I think Agatha has a rabbit. Yeah. I'm not sure.
I love it. It's such a big,
it's a honking one too. Yeah.
Bunny.
Yeah, that is a bunny.
A bunny.
It is not a rabbit. But yeah, Aubrey Plaza came in and they did like a Kill Bill style like showdown. I loved Rio's like outfit. I hope we get dolls for this. I don't think we're going to, because they finally stopped making dolls of the Disney Plus shows. I guess they were just being not well received. I don't know. I kind of wanted a doll wearing this, even though it's so silly. But she found the locket. Does that mean anything other than it's her locket?
Yeah, I mean, it's her locket. It's got a lock of hair inside as well.
Do we think it's hers or Rio's
we're not
or
sure,
someone else's?
Yeah.
We don't know.
I don't know. There's also some sort of dead child.
There was?
Yeah, in the Mayor of Easttown thing, she had like a child's bedroom, so it was like meant to be her like detective trauma, was that she had a dead child. And then one of them said, "Is this the child sacrifice?" One of the witches about Joe Locke.
Okay.
Is this the next child sacrifice? And so I think there's something to that as well.
So then episode 2 was largely about getting our bearings and getting the gang together.
You
love a heist.
No, well, I love a team building montage.
This has heist vibes.
It's heisty, and I do love a heist movie, but I love a team building montage even if it's not a heist movie. Like, I love the team building montage in Armageddon. It's all of them. I love a team building montage, and this was great too. Because I loved how Joe Locke was like coming in clutch every time, where she was like, "Come on," and they were all like, "Ew, gross, Agatha," and he was like, "Well, the fraud you're committing begs to differ." So good.
I love Patti LuPone, and I don't say that, and of course everybody loves Patti LuPone. I actually love Patti LuPone, and I love that she just sort of does whatever she wants.
It's amazing
because she's been in 2 seasons of American Horror Story.
Yeah.
Like
Penny Dreadful.
And she played 2 different characters on Penny Dreadful, which is bold.
Yeah.
That the show also didn't acknowledge, that I recall. But yeah, she looks beautiful. She is, what was her area of expertise? Did they?
She was a diviner.
Divination?
Yeah.
And then
Jennifer was potions.
That's Sashir Zameda.
Yeah.
And she is like a Gwyneth Paltrow. It seems like a goopy lifestyle person.
Because she's been bound. Her magic has been bound.
Explain more.
She can't use her magic. It's been bound.
To her or to somebody?
Yeah, she just can't use it. Like, it's like in The Craft.
Okay.
I bind you, Nancy.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. She's in legal trouble, it seems.
Lots of chemical burns, apparently. 800 cases
well, she had
worth
those people eating candles, so I'm not...
They're probiotic!
She did make sure that you burn... Oh, yeah. She was like, it's an FDA thing, so, okay. She looks amazing.
So
I love
good.
her gold.
Her earring, the golden pink. Golden millennial pink, and her shaved head looks incredible. And then actually...
Did you see her at the premiere?
No.
She, like, had, like, a...
Ooh, really?
Yeah, it's really pretty.
I'll look her up. I don't remember what Alice's specialty was.
Alice's?
Yeah. I don't remember what her, like... They found her at the Hot Topic. Maybe because she's just the daughter. She's a blood witch.
She was a blood witch. Yeah. Her mother was a rock star.
Yeah, but she, I think, wrote the ballad, the song, yeah.
That can't be, though. Like, I think she might have popularized it, but that feels like an ancient song. Like,
well, sure, but I think she, like, I think that's what they were saying. She did a version, like, the most famous version of it. And then she just went and found Deborah Jo Rupp. Because they needed a green witch. Okay.
I love Deborah Jo Rupp.
She's great. She's so amazing. Like, since Friends. Yeah.
It's very applause upon her entrance at this point.
I love her voice. It's so distinctive. She's so fantastic. It's like, she's like on par voice-wise with like Yardley Smith. So good. And
I also just like how pretty they all are.
Yeah.
That they're different ages and ethnicities and bodies and everything like that.
Yeah.
But they're all just giving everything. I love it.
I was gonna say, I would have to imagine that the green witch they were supposed to find, the Earth witch, was gonna be Rio, no? Because of the black heart?
Well, what did we get a sense that Rio was an Earth witch?
I mean, not necessarily, but why would Agatha be so
I didn't fully follow that.
Yeah, she seemed like that. Well, she ate the list so that Joe Locke couldn't look at it, and then she was like, "Oh, we don't need an Earth witch." And
that
they were
would
like,
make
"You
sense.
absolutely do." And
yeah,
all this
that would
stuff.
make sense.
But otherwise, I mean, you're right. She doesn't really seem like an Earth witch, so
I
I'm
was
not really
just like,
sure.
"Oh, she's being weird. I wonder what that was about." I didn't really think too much about it. But yeah, so they sang the song. It was amazing.
So pretty.
The Salem witches showed up. That was amazing.
Yeah.
It opened a door in the floor. They went down
a pentagram or a pentagon shaped door.
Yeah. They went down into Fraggle Rock and then out into a soundstage. That was sufficient.
It was fine.
I enjoyed it.
And the leaves on the ground were glowy and blue, and they all took off their shoes and left them.
Yeah.
Which we were like, you take off your shoes, that's fine, but like maybe bring them with you.
But yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do. I mean, I
Yeah.
did watch the trailer, and I remember liking the imagery. It had a lot of striking imagery.
Yeah.
But I don't have a sense of what this show is going to be like week to week, and that is
Sure.
exciting in its own.
Well, it feels very Wizard of Oz coded at the moment, where like they're walking down the road to hopefully find a gift at the end,
Mhm.
like a reward at
And maybe
the end.
each of them has a.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
so it's like they're all seeking power, but like Agatha wants her powers back. Joe Locke wants to get power because he's like studied a lot of witchcraft but can't really get further without actually having power. And then like we were talking about, Jennifer is in trouble with the law. Alice doesn't have a job and she wants to know what happened to her mother apparently. And then I don't remember what Lilia wanted. Patti LuPone. Oh, she's getting evicted. So it's like all of this stuff, if they have enough power, can kind of get. So it's like, I mean, it's like a team building montage, and then it's like a group of ragtag misfits, like, are gonna all bond by the end. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And,
Yeah, I think my expectations, because
and then I think Deborah Jo Rutt, Mrs. Hart, is just going on an adventure. she's
Well,
she's Bilbo Bagginsing
she
it.
she seems kind of sad and lonely.
Yeah, her husband died apparently.
mhm.
Yeah, it was in the thing. Oh yeah, because her husband was what's his face?
All I remember is Vision saved him from choking.
Yeah, but he was having like a heart attack at the
Mhm.
dinner or whatever.
Mhm.
I think he died at the end of WandaVision.
Did he? Okay.
I think he's dead.
Mhm. I was gonna say, all in all, and especially having spent time with WandaVision, I actually like it a lot. I think as we were covering it, I think I was a little bit.
We were
I
all
had
kind of a little like,
extremely
yeah.
high expectations for it,
Yeah.
and it, as it was airing, was not meeting them.
Sure.
It was sort of an after the fact that I decided that I really enjoyed it. Also with the help of CJ the X's video essay. If you don't know him or follow him, it's literally the letter C, the letter J, the word the, and the letter X.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he
Fred
did.
Melamed
Okay.
was her husband.
He did a fantastic video essay on WandaVision. I highly recommend it. And it really put the whole thing into perspective for me. And I kind of like in a way that Multiverse of Madness did not follow
sure.
through on, but I believe all of that is still there, and the MCU could salvage
it could go back.
We're a little bit like down on the MCU right now, but we feel like it could. This is salvageable. This is absolutely salvageable. They just have to salvage it.
Yeah, they just have to like try and want to. Yeah.
And I'm enjoying this. I hope it works. I hope that it doesn't suffer from the politics and these weird smear campaigns everything's getting just on principle or whatever.
Well, the first 2 episodes are not rated very well.
Oh.
It's a 5.9 and a 6.5.
Oh.
Yeah. On IMDb, you know. I thought
fine.
they were great. I thought it looked great too.
Mhm.
I thought, I just think it's.
I had a good time.
I think it's good.
So
I'm excited.
We will most likely be. We might not be covering every episode. We might do 1 or 2 at a time.
We might do chunks. I'm going out of town in a couple of weeks, so we're gonna do what we can. But we will talk about every single episode. It just might be in chunks.
Yeah, it might be 2 episodes at a time. Same with Rings of Power, which we're also covering, and a couple things. And other than that, Teen Wolf Season 4 is coming out. True Blood Season 3 is coming. It's filmed. It just is being worked on. And we will be covering the Dune series in November.
I believe,
And so that's what's on the roster for us. And stay tuned. We're doing lives. We're going to be going in on Wicked. So we're going to do a live stream probably in early October where we're going to watch The Wizard of Oz.
Going all in on Wicked. We're not going in on Wicked.
It's going to be like our Little Mermaid this year. I pre-ordered the dolls, so I should be getting them. We're going to build the little Lego Emerald City. Yeah. So like and subscribe, follow, stay tuned, and
Bye.